Okay, so I'm going to be going over 5 cool tips and tricks for using the Galaxy Z Flip 3. Now, I love this phone. I've been using it every single day for the last couple of weeks. And the first trick I want to show you is changing the cover screen image in widgets. Now, when you fold your phone in half, you've got the outside clock, but you can actually customize this quite a bit, and you can do it in your settings. Now, when you go in your settings, there's going to be an option right under lock screen called cover screen, so you're going to want to click on that. Now, when you do this, it's going to bring up a couple different options for you. You've got the clock and then widgets. I'm going to click on clock, and then you can see that you've got all these different options. Now, I'm going to go with the animal theme right here. It kind of just pulls up pictures of animals, and then you could also change the font color. We'll go with blue, and then you could set it. Now, I'm going to fold my phone in half. We're going to take a look at this, but when we get that clock, double tap it, you're going to see an animal pop up, and boom, we've got a rabbit right there. Pretty cool, right? Now, it changes the animals up on this one, so I'm going to click it again. We got like a sheep, goat right there, which is pretty cool. And then, of course, like I said, you can also customize the widgets as well for your cover screen. And this is something I definitely recommend you do right away when you start using this phone. Now, the next thing is personally a big one for me, but I would recommend changing your phone settings from light mode to dark mode. And you can do this in the display settings. The reason for this is it's just a lot easier on your eyes. And I've been doing this to basically every phone I have, whether it's a Samsung phone, an iPhone, or an Android phone. And, I just feel like when you're looking at your display a lot, it's easier on your eyes. Okay, the next tip is going to be around backgrounds. Now, the Z Flip 3 does have some cool stock wallpapers, which I'm going to pull up, but I recommend going into the Samsung theme store and check out some of the cool free themes that they have. And when you do switch this up on your phone, it just changes the way everything looks. Now, I'm going to just go through here. You can go to the top, click on free, and then it's going to pull up all these different themes. Now, I've got one to the right here, which I'm going to click on. And when you find something you like, you can just download it. It should take maybe like 10-15 seconds max. And then when it's downloaded, you could just apply it, and it's going to just change up the look of your phone. Definitely something worth checking out, especially if you get sick of using the stock wallpapers that they have on this phone. I mean, they are pretty cool, but eventually you might be like, all right, man, it's time to switch things up, right? Okay, the next thing we're going to check out here is going to be in the battery settings. And this is pretty cool if you didn't know you could do this. But, your phone over time, the more it goes up to 100%, it degrades the battery. But when you go into your battery settings, you're going to want to click on the battery option. And then you're going to want to scroll down to where it says more settings. There's going to be an option in here which allows you to have your phone only go to 85%. So instead of it going to the full 100%, you can have it stop at 85%. And what this is going to do is help your battery last longer over time. So it's going to degrade it less. And this is actually pretty big if you plan on using this phone for like 2 or 3 years. Okay, now the last tip and trick I'm going to give you here is making sure that apps go into full screen. Now, I just loaded up Jetpack Joyride, and a lot of the time on this phone, especially because it's got a 6.7-inch display, it does not optimize apps and games to fit the full screen. So in order to make sure this works, you got to go in your display settings, click on apps, and then you want to click on full screen. And then you just want to make sure that each one of these is check marked so it, displays that app or game in the full display. Now, I'm actually going to play this game for a minute because, man, I've been back on my Jetpack Joyride grind. They re-released this game on Apple Arcade recently, so I was already playing a lot on iOS. And, gaming on this phone is actually really good. Like I said, I've been using it every day for the last couple of weeks. I played Call of Duty Mobile, Into the Dead 2, F1 Mobile, a bunch of other games as well, and it's just been awesome. But yeah, Jetpack Joyride, it's basically a high score based game. You just kind of keep playing it, doing your thing and trying to get that high score. Plus, they got like a Star Trek theme going on. Anyways, I'm gonna play this for like a minute, but like I said, I feel like these tips and tricks you should definitely do right away, especially when you get this phone. The cover screen is really cool, but each one of these is going to help you out as well. All right, guys, let's check out some of this gameplay.